square for 12 minutes and see if we can.
12 minutes. I thought
I
it was
think
3
it's
minutes.
I think it's 12 minutes. We've had this
You said to
conversation
me
before.
before it was 3 minutes. Nah, I can't do 12 minutes, man. 12 minutes is asking too much. Anyway, yo, welcome to the RaddTitan chat, the weekly statue chat. We're going to be going through the weekly updates and talking about some bits and pieces that are going on in the statue community at the moment. We've got some updates from all over the place. Got some fan art stuff. Got some the major company stuff. Got a big reveal from Darkside Collectibles, and Prime One as well. I've done a few big releases this week. We're going to be discussing and going over everything. I'll also be fielding your questions. So if you want to drop us a line and basically ask us anything, or want to talk about a certain subject, or you want to hear our honest opinions on anything, then hit us up. Obviously, if you want to send
Don't
us
be afraid
any,
to ask.
yeah, if you want to send any, what are they called?
Oh, super chat.
If you want to, is that strong?
Yeah, that was a bit of a kick in there.
Oh, you want to send us a super chat, help us support the channel, then obviously that would be very welcome and blessed. So thank you very much. And then we'll be getting on everything. What is it you're drinking?
Just some whiskey. It's 46%.
Is it Irish?
I got
or
some
Scottish? Is it Welsh? Where's it from?
No, it's still that Aussie one I'm finishing off. It's actually nice. It's not bad once you drink a few other things before it. It's not bad. It's all right. It's just I took quite a big swig, a bigger swig than I should have. And I haven't been drinking yet. But I got this like limited edition Jack Daniels. It's like 50%, and I'm like, that's well going to be strong. That's going to be harsh as fuck. There we go.
Well, there you are. That's 1 minute.
1 minute 52. Yeah, that didn't go very well.
That's it. We were 10 minutes and 6 seconds out on my clock.
It's not my sex life. Yeah, but yeah, my uncle got me some like limited edition Jack Daniels, which
Might be nice. Yeah, might be nice. Don't knock. Might be good.
Where he said to me, he goes like, "Oh, I know you don't really drink bourbon, but I got this, and I thought you should try it. So I'll give it a go.
I buy alcohol like occasionally, but it's mostly like just because of limited edition stuff. I don't ever drink it. Like the Crystal Skull thing, and I've got like a nice rum, Kraken rum, like a dark rum. It's a limited edition.
Kraken's nice. Yeah.
Limited edition sort of bottle or whatever it is.
Spiced. What darks? Is it spiced?
The dark spiced rum, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it's nice. I like Kraken, and when I used to go airport, I used to buy loads of like whiskies and things. I used to buy all these like limited edition Johnny Walkers that they only sold in the airport, and then then one day I just decided, I'm going to open them all up and drink them. So yeah, but some of them were like, oh, I think the most expensive one was $240. Yeah.
I can't be drinking things like that. It's just not on.
Yeah.
It's just not cricket, that.
Well, it's kind of like when you're in the airport and you're like on the way back and you've got some currency left and you're a bit like, oh, they get you with that, don't they? A little bit at the airport. And I think also I was like went halves and halves with Colson or something, So
I remember you had a nice Johnny Walker, like I can't remember what it was. It was like is it the Ice Walker? Is that what they called it? I can't remember what they called it.
That was a cheap. That was a cheap one.
But I like it. I like the bottle of it.
White Walker. Yeah, I had a
White Walker. That was it. Yeah, it was a nice bottle.
That was an airport exclusive, and then after a while it became like a regular thing. But that was a cool one because they told you to keep it in the freezer, and then when you put it in the freezer, the logo appeared on the side. Like it said, like winter is coming, appears on the side or something. But it was interesting. That was when we went out somewhere, and we ended up like drinking, and like we were drinking the White Walker before we went out, and we had a few drinks, went out, and we were like smashed. Both of us like smashed. We got back and we're like, wow, how did we get so drunk? And literally, do you know, like when you have the bottle on the side and you go to put it back in the fridge and whatever, and picked it up and it was like the bottle was like literally like that at the bottom. We'd done the whole bottle before we left because it was so easy to drink. So that's why we were so smashed. But yeah, but
Same. I mean, I watched started watching an episode of that. I watched the first episode of that. The
what
new
he
one, you know,
has.
the dragon thing.
Yeah, I've seen about.
I poured out my tits, man.
It gets a bit better, but the problem is I don't really like the guy from he's one of the
Morbius.
doctors. Yeah, he's also that, but he's a doc. He's from Doctor Who, and he Matt. It's not Matt Thomas, is it?
I don't know.
No, Matt something. I don't like him, and I find him really annoying. And the character he plays, even over the few episodes, he just gets annoying. He just gets irritating, to be honest with you. But I've seen about 3 or 4 of them, and then
I
I
don't like.
stopped because
I don't like at the moment. I just don't like any of the cast so far. The guy who's playing the
uh,
mate, the guy who's playing the guy who's just got like who's become king or whatever. I don't like him. I know that guy. I've seen him in loads of stuff. He's fucking. I don't like him. And then the other
Matt
guy,
Smith. Cheers, yeah.
yeah. And then the other guy, I'm not keen on either.
Well, the other guy is that Reese guy, isn't it? He's from like, well, obviously he's from like Amazing Spider-Man. He's the lizard, but he was in like loads of films. Reese Ifans or something.
Yeah, I'm not a fan though. I've got to be honest, and I certainly don't
Yeah.
like him. I don't like him in this role more because he seems
Oh,
to
I
be a bit.
didn't mind him. I didn't mind him. He's
He
that kind
seems
of
to
guy, like character where you're a bit suspicious of him because of who he's played before. It's like whenever you see certain character, like people pop up on the screen in certain things, you're like, he's going to be a traitor.
he's
He's
already.
involved.
He's almost. He's already like a little bit too. He's already a little bit too soft for my liking.
Mm. Yeah,
You
but
got if you're king, listen, if you're king, you know what I mean.
in
You're not
that
like
time
that.
especially,
You
yeah,
you're
yeah,
not like that. And the way he's coming across is just a bit like a limp cock in a fucking porno, which is just not ideal. It's just not ideal. So
yeah, yeah,
it's just coming across as a bit like, you know, I already have lost respect and I'm not listening to what he's saying, and that's a bad start. So you're just a
yeah.
bit like, nah.
I only saw a few of them, and then we wanted um, MJ's. I don't like doing what she does, where she decides that she wants to watch like one episode of this, one episode of that, 2 episodes of this, one. We'll come back to
Yeah,
that.
I
I'm
don't
like,
do that. I
I
can't do
said
that.
to her, I said, look, if we're going to do, because obviously Ring of Power and the House of the Dragon came out at the same time, and I said we're going to do one or the other. I'm not switching between these two. I said
No, definitely not. That's a good idea.
they're just like quite similar, and I just
Yeah,
don't
the
want to
lines will
get.
get well
I'm going to
blurred.
get.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
going
do
to
that.
get confused as fuck. So I
Yeah,
just need to like not do that. And then I think we watched 2 episodes, and then we watched an episode of Ring of Power, and then she did listen to me again, and I said, look, if we do Ring of Power, because she kept on going. I think it came out on a Monday, and she's like, "Can we watch it tonight?" And I'm like, "Not really. No, it's going to be something you need to focus on. It's something you need to do on like a Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and you need to really put your time and focus on it." And we got to about Thursday, and we watched it on Thursday, and she fell asleep within about 6 minutes. And I said to her, and she woke up, and she goes, "Did you watch it?" I said, "I watched the whole episode." And I said, "No," and I told you that you need to focus and watch it on a proper day because it's going to be long. It's going to be like
yeah,
but we haven't got back. We ain't got back to it yet. But
yeah. I
got a
mean,
whole.
that sounds silly, but this is why Cobra Kai's so easy.
I
Cobra Kai
actually
is well
done.
easy. It's so easy.
Yeah,
You don't need any of that. You don't need any of them rules. Don't need any of that time. You know
yeah.
what I mean? I sit
I
and watch
done.
like 2 episodes at a time. One episode here. I mean, I watch Cobra Kai when my or when Arthur wakes up for milk at 5 a.m. I watch an episode
Yeah.
when I'm feeding him, and then I go back
Where
up
you
to
up
bed.
to? How many episodes you done?
Oh, I've finished it, but you know
I
that's
did.
how it was. It's so easy. I could do that. There's nothing
Yeah,
else you could do that with.
I think I did 5 of them, and then I was doing it while MJ was at work because she saw one of them and she was like, well, "What is this? This is crap." And I was just like, "Yeah, it's fine, but I'm not like season 5 now, so you don't know what's going on. I'm not explaining it to you."
Yeah,
And
you'll get lost.
it's the same as I can't. I think I was watching like Breaking Bad or something like that, and I remember someone coming in and going, "What's happening?" And it was like season 4, and I'm like, "Yeah, let's not go there. If you want to watch it, but we're not doing that." But same with Cobra Kai. I think I'm 5 episodes in, and I totally forgot to go back to it. I'm actually like, there's so many shows. I need to get a pad. Like, I'll go in front of me. I need to make a list because whenever I go on Netflix, I can't remember what I'm watching. I can't remember what to watch. And
Yeah.
then when I go away, I'm like, I haven't seen Sandman, I haven't seen Lock and Key, I haven't seen, and I've got like this whole list of like loads of stuff that I want to watch. I still want to watch Umbrella Academy. I've done the first season. I know it gets worse, but I still want to see it. There's all of these. I've got this whole list of them. And then when I go
Mm.
in front of Netflix, I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch Peep Show again. I just end up watching episodes of Peep Show or episodes of IT Crowd or Big Bang Theory. I just watch the same stuff over and again. I actually just started Afterlife, but it's well depressing. It's a comedy, but it's depressing. It's Ricky Gervais
Yeah.
where his wife passes away of
I've seen it.
cancer,
I've
and
I've
then
seen all the seasons of that. I know it.
yeah, I mean I've done about 5 or 6 episodes, and it is funny.
It
And
gets better. It gets better. It starts off pretty dark. It does get better
yeah. But
because
I
you got
mean
obviously you've got to have an arc, but his arc is pretty slow.
mm,
You
yeah.
understand? It doesn't sort of go up and then come down. It sort of just sort of curves ever slightly. But
But I mean
it's pretty.
I enjoy
There's
it.
funny
Enjoy it.
bits
I
in
mean
it. There's funny
I'm
bits in
not
it.
the biggest. I like Ricky Gervais, but I'm not like a massive fan of him. I
After his
find him.
Golden Globes thing, I'm his biggest fan.
I do. Well, yeah. But I find his stuff quite samey a lot. Um, but yeah, I don't not like him. So yeah, I'm watching it and I'm enjoying it. But trying to think what else we've been watching. Oh, we watched The Watcher, which started off really good. It's based on a true story about this like weird. People buy a house and then all these weird things start happening, and there's like these weird neighbors and whatever else. And you get 8 episodes in, and the end part just goes, and the Watcher mystery was never solved, and it ends, and you're like, great, great. That was a waste of my time,
Also,
wasn't it?
I got to tell you, I just got to warn you. All right, Georgie. After we went to DJ's, Georgie, me, and Ted as well, all got fucking Nova virus or something like that. So we were all throwing up. So George had been sick pretty much for like 5 consecutive nights. He
Wow.
wasn't sick last night, and
Yeah.
hopefully he won't be sick tonight. But you remember last week's chat? That was the
Yeah.
first day that it happened. And then he was sick again, and then he was sick again, and he had a day off, and he was sick and sick and sick, and he's had a night off. It's always the same, where it's like it goes like about 10, 11 p.m. He starts vomiting everywhere, and then we have to like fucking change. I mean, because he's in my bed at the moment, so he's like he just throws up all over your stuff, all over your pillows and all your shit, and you're like, right there, got to change all that, got to wash all that. So just be warned if anything happens and I have to fucking run, you understand what's happening, because that's
All
what
right.
happened last chat when we were on with cases. But obviously
Yeah.
that was the first time, but. I had one day. I was vomiting for one day. I was throwing up, and it was in the day. It wasn't at night for some strange reason. But Teddy was like fucking rough for about 3, 4 nights. My youngest one, and George's been bad. So
Not good.
his one's
Yeah.
gone on for ages. So just letting
Luckily,
you know.
luckily I was didn't happen to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
But quite a few people are ill actually. A guy at work's ill. My mum's ill. Yeah, a few people. A few people are ill. Just having a go quick through the comments. So apparently, Josh was here early, so we can't give him shit. Punisher XS, guys, good to see you back again. The best and honest statue reviewers. Thank you very much. Joey, how's it going? Glad to catch a live chat. Glad you're here, buddy.
welcome, mate.
Uh, howdy, fellas. Hope all is well with you. Looking forward to a great chat. Ooh,
No pressure.
no pressure. Yeah. Happy JCG in the house. How you doing? Gabriel, good the
Welcome,
artist.
mate.
The Cameron. Uh, things are great, RaddTitan. Astros are in the World Series, and the high school football team is in the title game tomorrow.
Nice.
Nice. Yo. Big Gazmatron, Alex, any more XM Nova picks? Unfortunately, nothing at the moment. Evening, guys. How's it? Nitrous 17. Actually, there
Yo,
was a Nova pick, weren't there, the other week? There
was
was a
it?
base pick, I think, 2, 3 weeks ago. I think there was, anyway. Yeah.
I think so. I think maybe it was last week, wasn't it?
Jojo Valdez, what's good all? How's it going?
All good, brother.
Decadent morning all. Matt the Alien Collector, evening chaps. Hope you're good. Same goes for the chat. Is that the guy you bought something off of, Matt the Alien Collector? No.
Could have done.
Yeah,
I buy
that
a
was the
lot of
guy you
shit
went
from
to his
people.
house. Serotonin, we're up now. That's a great name. Finally get to catch you guys live. Morning from Sydney. How you doing?
Welcome, bro.
Welcome to the party. What's happening, fella? Hope you're both doing well. Hope you're doing good, Les. Tommy Cole, the boys bring the truth.
Bringing the
Did you get
truth.
your Sabretooth yet? I know you're looking for one. RaddTitan, yo, at Geo, Alex, and the chat. Hope all is Gucci. Hope you're doing good. Pierre Experience. Punisher. I like Jura Whiskey. I like Jura. They did like a line. I think it was called like Superstition and stuff like that. They were pretty good. Denny Lee, what's up, at Geo, Alex,
Yo,
and the
brother.
chat? How you doing? I actually do want to go to. I want to go up to like Scotland and go to like a distillery. I want to do something like
I
that.
had a chat with Ian
Quite
earlier
cool.
about maybe coming on as a guest one week.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Thought we would, talk paints and discuss
Yeah.
some of his projects and shit and stuff he really
Did
doesn't
he
like.
did he make a comment about his accent? Because like when I've said to him before, I'll give you a bell. He's like, oh, you won't be able to understand me, my accent, and he
Why?
sort of says like
Because
that. I
he's a
was like,
Geordie. Because he's like
really?
he's got a bit of a Geordie voice.
Yeah. No, it's
Easy,
fine.
but it's easy for me because it's like listening to my mother-in-law fucking talk.
Her accent ain't that strong, though, is it?
Nah, it depends. When she comes back from there, it's pretty bad. They just
Yeah. Well,
speed
that's
up.
like
They just speed up. She's just quicker. It's just quicker when
yeah.
she's been up there. They don't slow it down so much. But yeah, man. I mean, he was more like, oh, like, I won't put my camera on. And I'm like, hey, you fucking will.
You will.
Show
You
me a
will.
picture. Send me a picture. And he was like, you've seen me before. I said no, but send me a picture. Remind me.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen him. I've seen
and I
a
was
picture
just
of him
like,
in
yeah,
his garden.
I was a bit like, if you're an ugly cunt, I'd be like, yeah, fucking keep the camera. But,
The Freud 10
but
or I'll vote for me when it comes to whiskey.
he's too humble, and he's like a humble like guy.
Yeah,
Don't want
he's
to
nice,
post.
really nice guy. Nice to see you, Danny Lee. How's it going? A plus collectibles. What's up, fellas? How you doing? Danny
Yo
Lee,
yo,
Joe Aiden, Matt Smith. Yep. Talking between yourselves there. He was in a Knight's Tale. Was Reese Ifans in Knight's Tale? Maybe. I don't remember. I haven't seen Knight's Tale in
might have
like
played his dad if he did.
15 years. I haven't
Might have
seen it
played
in a long time.
no, he didn't play his dad. No, did he? I don't think he's in it.
Well, if he's in it, it would be like a villain. He was always a villain. Uh, Joey, how you doing? Talking between you. You lads looking forward to God of War Ragnarok. I remember the first one of the Norse installment released in 2018. Almost 5 years later, the second one is being released. Time flies. The first one
Yeah,
is one of the best games I've ever made,
it's the
and
best game ever made.
down to the mechanics, the acting, the story, and the fact that they were genius in making a Norse game, and they ain't even got Odin, they haven't got Thor, and they ain't got any of like the main gods in there. They're genius to do it the way they did it, and then like the build up for people then going, I want more, I need more. And also they did it without DLCs as well, didn't they? There was no DLCs, so much stuff, and then that was the reason I bought a PS4. So this will probably, I wonder if this will be a reason I buy a PS5. But yeah, super excited for it, super pumped. I'm a bit of a slow gamer anyway. I'm not. I don't buy games day one. Um, I literally I game literally a couple of years later. I don't. I just yeah. I'm not really in a rush to do things. I don't game a lot.
I think I did God of War 3 times. I think I ran through it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
And I would do it now. I've got to be honest. I'd start it again if I could.
my
If I
mem
could.
my
But
my memory wiped on my PS4. So because it
that's
wiped my
convenient, innit?
PS4.
Because you never beat the Queen, you big pussy.
Well, that was it. I was on the Queen, and I was going to go back to it, and I was going to do a Play Plus, and yeah, it was wiped. And also, I was going to do Play Plus on Last of Us, before I got Last of Us 2, and then yeah, it wouldn't let me, and I'm like, well, god Damn, they just weren't good.
She was a bitch.
What about I mean, you gonna get a PS5 or one, or what are you gonna do?
Well,
You
my
gonna wait?
birthday sort of comes around that time, so I'm hopeful maybe that might be part of maybe my present. So we'll see.
It's an expensive gift,
It's expensive
and a
gift. Is
hard to get gift, isn't it? Oh well, I guess it's statue money, isn't it? Yeah, statue. It's a statue, isn't it? So yeah, I guess when you look at it that way, that's the funny thing as well about statues is when you think about anything other than a statue, it becomes expensive, and then when you like
oh
talking
yeah,
about statues, you're
fucking
like,
disease. That's
how
a
much?
disease, though.
£500? Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it. And then you're like, because I had exactly the same thing the other day about
Oh, fucking terrible.
I was going to buy a Steam Deck, which is £570, and I was going to buy one. I just kept making excuses, and I'm like, oh, and then
I'll do it with socks.
yeah,
How
yeah,
much? £3.80. How many socks are in there? 2 pairs. Fuck that. Joking.
yeah, yeah, no,
Then I go,
exactly the same.
then I go home and I'm like, 500 odd quid for XM Punisher. I could repaint it. And I could, fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, it's also like I'm at work and they're throwing away a load of t-shirts, and I'm like, "What t-shirts are they?" And I'm wearing it now, and they're like, it's just by chance, and they're like, I was like, "What t-shirt?" And they go, "Oh, we had a project with Team 17. We were going to do NFTs for Worms, but it never got done." I'm like, "Let me have a look at that." And they showed me. I'm like, "Oh, I'll have a bit of that. Yeah, can I take one?" Yeah, yeah, take. I'll take that. Then. So it's like literally like all the Worms like logos like that. And the funny
Oh,
thing
awesome.
is I was actually walking in Watford. I was in Watford, and this little girl, she must have been like 10 or something, and she come over and she's like stroking, playing with the dog, and the dad's there, and he's like big dude, like bald head and beard, like he's like kind of looking at me a bit funny, and he's like talking about the dog. He's like, "Oh, is he all right? Is he all right for her to stroke?" And he goes, "Is that a Worms t-shirt?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So awesome. I used to love Worms. It's just like random. But yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love Worms. Worms was wicked game.
Julian, morning from Melbourne, boys. I've got a little one's first birthday today. How do I ensure little guns don't touch my statues? George?
It depends on where they're located, brother. If you have them all around your fucking gaff, you've got to put the fear of God into them. You really do. They need to understand about not touching certain shit. You know, I put like a big because I have mine in one room. I put my lock like on my room like up quite high, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like one of them
You can
fucking
barely
hook locks.
reach it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get a ladder and stand on
Yes, he
someone's
had a
shoulder.
step ladder. Yes, to get like his wife over and go like, "Hey, good," and she's like that with her hand and holding him up to like.
It's called a bunk up, you fucking ignorant fool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I put it up quite high so that they can't get. If I don't want anyone in
yeah.
there, I just shut it. But I mean, this is fucking ill. If I always worry about people that are like have them in all over the house, like people have them in like their front room and I have people over, I always shit myself and think about that.
Well, I'd say like because people are just not educated in that kind of thing. I mean, like Rowan, I always remember Rowan walking over and just grabbing one of my statues, and I'm just like, if you break that, that's going to cost you £1,000. And he's like, what? That's about. I was like, yes. If you break it, that's £1,000. If I can find one for £1,000, and he's just like, okay, I'm not touching that.
Yeah, but that's the fear of God I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it needs to be, which is like exactly like you
I did it
said.
to my. I did it to
I
my
I
my.
I told it to my in-laws the same.
Yeah.
Like they come in, they're not ignorant or nothing like that in terms of like they touch things. They're not that type. But I did I did say one. Like I remember, I think they were dog sitting for us. We went on holiday, and when I come back, my fucking room was locked, and I was just a bit like, I didn't lock it, and they were like. Jenny was like, yeah, they didn't even go in there. Like, you got parcels and shit. You got parcels and stuff arrived for you, and they put them in the front room. They're too scared to go in your room because, like,
Yeah.
if anything got broken, cracked, or damaged, or anything happened, they know how much that shit costs. And
Same
you
as
know,
um, same as my dad as well. Actually, he went over
my,
and
my
like
father-in-law's my father-in-law's a type of guy, right? That let's say he's got a shopping list, yeah, and it's got
yeah,
milk, bread, eggs, right? Let's go through it. Milk, egg, bread, ham, butter. Let's just leave it like that. when I see him, and I'm like, he goes, "Oh, I've just been shopping." I was like, "Oh yeah, what'd you get?" He goes, "I just go to get some milk, some eggs, some ham, some bar." I'm like, "Oh yeah, where'd you get all that?" He went, "Well, I went to Sainsbury's for the ham, and I went to Aldi for the bread, and I went to Asda for the eggs. I went to Ted, and you're just like, you got like, why? Like you've driven all around, like all the fucking area, like literally, you've done about 10 miles of driving. Why have you done that? It's like, well, the butter's 4p cheaper here, and the ham's 13p cheaper in that. And you just sit there going like, yeah, but you've fucking you've like, you know what I mean? Your
Your
day,
fuel
yeah.
costs,
You know what I mean?
your
If
fuel
you're talking
costs as
about
well. But yeah.
you're talking about a 5 minute job that's taken you 2 hours, and you basically, what I mean? You've saved about 38 pence, but
Yeah.
you've used probably about 12 quid for petrol. I just sit there like, all right, okay.
That's like, yeah, but I said the same sorry to my dad, where when they went away one time, they gave me quite a large chunk of change to put in my bank in case anything happened and stuff. And they came back and whatever, and the money just stayed in my account for about 5 years, I think it was. But literally, my dad goes up, grabs one of the statues, and starts fucking shaking it and stuff like that. And I said, "If you break it, you're gonna fucking buy it." He's like, "Yeah, all right." Yeah. And I said, "Well, I've got your money in my account, so I just fucking take your money out." So he's like, "If you break it, I'm just going to take the money, break it." And he's just like, as soon as he remembered I got his money, he's like, "Ah, fuck, can I touch that then?" So Richard Goodyear in the house. How you doing, Richard? Hope you're good.
Yo, brother.
Nick Chesh, thanks for costing me £100 this morning. You fuck.
Well, what did you
Um,
get? What did you get?
he sent me a picture of this fucking book on Kickstarter. Did he send it to you?
Oh, on the cards.
Yeah, I bought one.
What is it? I didn't understand what it was. I thought it was just showing the cards. What is it?
No, it's not a book of the cards. So it's basically like the Marvel Masterpieces 92. I was a bit like, well, I wish it was
Just
93 or 94 or 95, but it's a book about the cards, yeah. And
so
I
it just
went
has all the
for,
pictures of them and all the
yeah,
information.
yeah. So there's
How many
like the
cards?
no. So it's just every image of the cards.
Okay,
Um,
just that
so
one run. The
yeah, yeah.
92. Okay.
Well, I'm hoping that, my kind of thinking is I still do like some of the cards, and it is, nostalgia, but I'm hoping that it does well, and then they release the next one and the next one. Um, I think you get two copies of the book anyway. You get a hardback book, and then you get a like a smaller book. So
Mm.
I think you get two copies of it, which yeah. Julian, okay, they're talking to each other. Okay. Happy JCG. I hate shows like that, Alex, especially true crime documentaries. I don't mind true crime documentaries, but the only problem is with like Making a Murderer, they basically like dragged out 10 episodes, which easily could have been two.
I thought
They
Dharma was the
really,
same. Dharma was
yeah,
dragged out to shit. I
Barber,
mean, you could have done
from about
fucking.
episode 5 or 6, it like milked. They milked the fuck out of it. Did you watch it all?
Yeah.
I think they changed the way he died as well because I think he got done in the shower or something. Um, but yeah, but that was kind of a reference point upon I think his first murder because they made it more cinematic so that it was like a loop. So that the first guy he done with the dumbbell, didn't he? So the guy who
Can't
kills
remember.
him. Sorry, spoiler alert if you don't know. But then, so yeah, the first guy he picks him up on the street because he's like a runner, and then he's like, he wants to
Oh
go to
yeah, I
the
remember. Yeah,
concert.
yeah.
So he's trying to go to the concert, and then he goes, "No, don't go," and then he fucking does him with the dumbbell, or he does him. I think he does him a plate and then the dumb, whichever way. But that basically then like makes a perfect circle because the guy does him with the dumbbell. But I don't think in real life, I don't think he was done by a dumbbell. I think he
I
was
thought it was
just.
shanked, man.
I thought he was shanked in the yard originally, but then when I read into it, I
I
think
think
he
it's
was
the shower,
shanked in the
but he was
shower.
shanked in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
shower.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Tommy Cole, no Sabretooth. Someone's selling the XM Sabretooth. Was it the XM one or the Sideshow one you're looking after? Because the XM one, someone's selling it in UK.
Yeah,
Uh,
Chris. Is that? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, Hayward.
Hey,
Hello from Greece. How you doing, Scarface
what,
1926? Hope you're good.
welcome, brother. I'm a little bit Greek, so
Yeah.
welcome.
Queen Studios Iron Spider arrived yesterday. Tom Holland is pretty good. I won't ever display that. The Tom Holland head on that is ridiculously good. I think
Good
is one of
likeness.
my.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best polystone head likenesses on a statue. Only problem is I don't like Tom Holland as. Um, I don't like him. I find him
It's definitely
annoying.
the worst one.
And the other side of it is Queen Studios pieces. I just find that their figures are normally pretty damn good, but their bases are just so dull, and they're just just like rock, the same color rock all over them, and even like the
Mm,
thrones, they're just
mm.
boring. I saw loads of them when I went to France, and yeah, all of their bases are so underwhelming, really bad.
Again, it'll
Uh,
suit a certain person that wants the figure and the sort of all the emphasis to be there. Can't have everything.
maybe, yeah. Utilizing the lesser known Norse gods in that game was such a smart move, like you said, Alex.
Yeah.
It makes you want more. One to just some of the big boy gods they might include in Ragnarok. Well, they've already shown Thor, um, and I think they show Odin in the background, and they show Ferris. I know it's Ferris in the background as in the distance.
Fenris
And
Sword.
sorry,
Fenris.
yeah, Fenris. Sorry.
Fenris.
Uh, so yeah, I mean, God of War. I mean, I played like 1, 2. I played the PSP one. I
I
played
I
part of
played.
3. I don't think I played all of 3, and I didn't play
Three's
Ancestry.
really good. Three's the second best one
What's
out of all the
Ancestry?
games. Ascension is the one that you're
Ascension.
thinking
Sorry,
of. I
yeah.
lean
Okay,
Ascension.
I never played that.
But number three is the second best one. The first best one, obviously, is this one. But it always have a special
Nice.
sentimental time because my wife was pregnant with my first son.
Yeah.
When I was playing that game, and I remember her coming in. I don't know how many months pregnant she was when I started it, and she was like, "You better get this shit done. You better get this done because when this baby gets here, that's that fucked." Well, so, you know,
How you doing, Knight? Good times. Long time no see. Hope everyone's doing well. NT, how you doing? Nick Chesh, no problem, Alex. Hope you're both well. Darren Crofer in the house. How you
hey,
doing?
bro.
Get to the chopper. I ain't seen you in a while. What's up, Alex? You fellas watch anime, Arcane, League of Legends, and Cyberpunk are really good on Netflix. I found out that I called my dog Draven after Eric Draven from The Crow, and I found out that everyone, whenever I say Draven, they're like, "Oh, from League of Legends," and I'm like, "No." So, yeah, and I haven't played the Cyberpunk game yet. I really, really want to play that. Really want to play it. Also, I really want to see Chainsaw Man. I really, really want to see Chainsaw Man. I keep forgetting about it. I need to start writing this stuff down. That's what I need to do. I've got my bit of paper, and every time I mention something, I need to write it down. Otherwise, I'm going to forget by the morning. So, Chainsaw Man. What was the other one I said at the beginning? I said something at the beginning, didn't I? But yeah,
What
I
fucking
do
knows?
like anime, but I haven't seen anything in a while. Yeah, he was killed in a prison gym. I know. I know he was in the show, but yeah. Agreed. Quincy bases are weak, I assume. That's why prices remain reasonable compared to others. Good point. Good point. Um, did you enjoy the thing in the cinema, Alex? Loved it. Absolutely loved it. When we were like arranging to go, basically we set up a 4 week thing because they were doing like a special every Monday. We didn't go to see Bram Stoker's Dracula in the end because my girlfriend was too busy, so I was a bit annoyed about that. We went to see Lost Boys,
Not
which I
quite.
absolutely love. Went to see Poltergeist, which I realised I've never seen before the whole way through, and then went to see The Thing. She said that she'd seen The Thing, and she was not very excited to go see that. That was like her least. Um, the one that she least wanted to see. And then
I ain't seen it.
when we sat down after 20 minutes, when the first thing kind of kicks off, she was like, looked at me, goes, "I ain't seen this before. I've never seen this." And when we got out,
Mm.
she said it was really good. But then again, I don't know whether she's being honest because I did say to her it's one of my favorite films, so she might like be just like. Yeah.
Lying. Fucking lying.
But I do. I mean, I love the thing as a movie, and I do think though that you know it's a slow burner. Um, and it's about kind of like suspense, and then it's about trust within a small group and how fast it kind of deteriorates and how everyone blames everyone, and there's a big kind of element of that in there. But my kind of soft spot is because it's so much kind of prosthetic makeup, and the prosthetic makeup is done to a very high standard, and there are some bits that look dated, but there's some bits that look still absolutely amazing. The bit where the guy's gets defibbed and his head comes off, and that I mean that still looks great. And some of the sounds are creepy as there's are really creepy and really horrible sounds as well. But yeah, I love the movie. Absolutely love the movie. I've got the prequel to actually watch because I've never seen that either. 2011 prequel. Shit, Alex, add to that bit of paper, Thousand Year Blood War. It's a final arc from Bleach manga. It's finally getting animated after 10 years. I've never seen any of Bleach, so I don't know whether I would start there. It's great. Ross Carter, how you doing, man? Ross from Sydney. Great morning listening to you, two fine gentlemen. We look forward to your chats. Cheers. Cheers, buddy. I'm going to actually fill up my glass with my Australian malt whiskey on that note. So yeah, it's good time in there. Thank you, Ross. He's always so positive as well. Always really super positive.
Good.
That's
Need
good.
a bit of that. Everybody needs a bit of that. We all need a bit of Ross from Sydney in our life, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. A bit of a serious question for you. If someone in your friend group has become incredibly negative, you think it's best just to cut ties? Friend basically shits on stuff. I love daily now, and I'm spent. Wow, that's not really a statue question, but yeah, I mean,
All right, that's a
there's
good question. You go. I'll think about it.
I mean,
Actually,
it's well, no, it is a tough one because it's like it could also mean that he or she has some kind of underlying issues that are going on that they may need your kind of help. They may need you to kind of bite your tongue and be strong a bit and back them up in some way. If that is the case, but if it's just them just being a cunt non-stop, then yeah, it's hard. It's hard, really. Again, it depends on how long you've been friends, and because I know when George is a cunt to me for a week, I just think, oh, he's not had enough sleep, and he's not had little George, not little George is your son, but the other little George hasn't had any attention for a while, so he's just got a bit grouchy, and I kind of just bear with it. But it depends on your friendship. So there's so many factors to it. Really, it's hard. It's hard to answer that. Really hard to answer that. Maybe sit them down, and just say to them, look,
you're all right.
this is the case. I've noticed this. Um, is there anything you want to talk about? And see what happens.
I once had a conversation with someone Alex was speaking to for a really long time, someone that Alex used to speak to regularly, and he put him on the phone to me once, and I spoke to him for probably about 11 minutes, and when I got off the phone, I fucking hated his guts, and I said I never want to speak to that fucking person again. I literally disliked every fucking vowel and fucking consonant that came out of that fucking cock's mouth, and I was like, literally, like, don't ever let me speak to that fucking fool again.
Who's that, Rowan?
So,
nah,
right.
I'm joking. I like Rowan watches.
Rowan's a nice guy. I like Rowan. Apart from being Arsenal fan, there's nothing wrong with Rowan. But I agree with Alex. Depends how tight and how comfortable you are. I mean, listen, I'm a little bit more of sort of an alpha kind of person. So, Alex's view of what's going on with them, and you should talk to them and all that sort of stuff is very noble. But at the end of the day, your army of 1, 2, and if he's making your life harder and if it's making your day worse, sometimes in life you've got to look at things in a way which is any of my conversations with this person making my life any better? Am I better for knowing this person, having this person in my life? Because I've said it here numerous times, and it's something I preach regularly, which is, the most valuable currency that you can spend only once is time. It's the most valuable thing you have. Don't let anybody fool you that it's money or that it's statues or it's any other shit. So if you're giving somebody your time and you come away feeling a bit shit about it, or not good in yourself or drained from it, then that is a poisonous negative people. And what I would say is this: if you get a person, right, who's like sort of negative, they're very good at bringing positive people quite down to their level. Whereas in what you'll find is like with like sort of other positive people, you can sort of stay up. So, think about yourself a little bit too. Don't always think about everybody else. You know what I mean? In that regard, think to yourself, when you're having mixes with this person, do you come away being a bit arsey and a bit down yourself and a bit negative about things yourself? And if at the end of the day, then the answer to that question is actually, this is not good for me. Maybe it's time to sort of say, look, adios, and be done. Because I'm very funny like that.
Well, I
Once
do
once
still, I
things,
still
once
think that
relationships, it don't matter who they are as well. Like my mother, my sister, my like blood relations. If I start feeling like I'm being either neglected or not treated in the way that I treat them, then I drop them like third period French, and that goes for anybody. No one's safe from that, and that I think that keeps the relationships in your circle fair, and you only give time to people that matter. I give a lot of time to Alex, but I love Alex more than most people. So, it basically goes my wife, my children, and then Alex is next.
yeah, I'm getting
That's
pushed
basically
down.
how things
I
are.
literally, I get pushed down further every fucking year of my life. It seems.
That's okay. But some people, so it really depends. And if that kind of hierarchy exists and is quite high up on yours, then you got to understand, like, hopefully more times are positive than negative. But if it is getting all a bit sour, then might be time to
Well,
fuck him off.
I still think that if it's something that's happened, say within the last 6 months or whichever period, I do,
Might be getting
and
tired
there's
of the hobby.
well, no, they're not necessarily in the hobby. That's the thing. This is someone in his friend's group. So I think it could, I do think if it's someone that you are, you have a connection to and you've had a connection to for, a long period of time and it dates back and this has been going on for like the last 6 months or the last couple of months, I do think that you need to kind of just say, look, hey, bro, this is what's been going on. What's going on? What's your problem? Is there an issue with me? Have you got an issue with me, or what's this, or an issue with yourself? And I do think you need to talk about it.
Well, you've got
But
two sides of the coin there, my man. Hopefully that helped you.
yeah, but then
Alex is,
obviously,
more-
if he,
Alex is far more pragmatic than I am. You should,
well,
if you
no,
don't know
but
this already, you should know
no,
this.
but then if he comes back and goes, no, I just got promoted at work and my girlfriend's pregnant, I'm happy. Then tell him to go fuck himself. But yeah. uh, Alex, you should watch John Carpenter's The Fog. I always get that mixed up with The Mist. I always get The Mist and The Fog. I always get them confused. One of them is fucking. The ending is fucking savage. But I do think that's The Mist with the guy who played the Punisher, Tom Jane. I think that's The Mist though. But that was a real like great. Like they're probably one of the not I wouldn't say the best endings, but the best like dark horror endings in a lot of films. But have you seen the XM Red Hulk in person? What are your thoughts? I'm on the fence. You seen it in person? Have you seen it in person?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Yeah. What do you
it's a
think?
it's a stunning piece. It's massive. It's an Aaron Ray press sculpt, so it's a traditional sculpt. So it's going to be enough. It depends on what your collection has, but if your collection it doesn't have any traditional sculpts in it, it's going to stand out, and it's going to stand out in a positive way. Aaron Ray Perez is an incredible sculptor, so um, if you're a Red Hulk fan, out of the box, it's the best Red Hulk you can buy. There's no question about that.
Oh, he's looking for the
So,
sideshow one. Anyone in USA? I think Tommy Cole. You're in USA, I think, or am I wrong? Um, Actually, yeah. Before I say anyone in USA got one, then you should tell me where you're from. Um, have you guys ordered from Connecticut's before? As I've something on pre-order like nearly 4 years ago and been dicked around when it's going to be shipped in the past, yeah, because of COVID. Um, Serotonin, yeah, they've actually gone, they've been bought out, so they have got a backlog and they're working through the backlog. Um, and basically, yeah, so these things should be addressed very soon. They've just had some money kind of pumped into them to address this by Mighty Jacks. I don't know if you've seen that. So, which piece have you got on order? Let us know. And yeah, but there are loads of things going on behind the scenes with
Problem is with
Connecticut.
that though is like 4 years. Like time's just
Yeah.
moved on too
Oh yeah,
fast.
yeah, yeah.
It's like that order's dead. That order will be dead, and that's the problem with being slow.
Mm.
Is
Oh
that
well, I mean,
by the time things come out, they're already dated. They're already old. They're already past it. So
yeah.
it's a problem.
Uh, yeah. Sideshow has it in stock and ready to ship. That's not acceptable then, if that's the case. It was Sideshow one. Geo, such wise word. I lost my mum, and Geo is right. Time matters. Live your best life for sure. The mist is the last engine with the
Rest in
soldiers coming
peace,
through.
mate. You know,
Yeah,
it's a
the mist.
horrible, it's a horrible thing.
That Sideshow Nightcrawler is looking good, considering it. It
And
doesn't
he's
look
another one. That's another thing I'm going to say. Actually, like I don't spend a lot of time with Richard Crowfoot, but I've met him a couple of times. And
Darren.
yeah, Aaron, sorry. And
Darren,
I
because you
said,
just saw Richard
I
Kofi
said
on the screen.
Darren.
I thought you said Aaron. Sorry.
But what I will say is that because he's like a friend on Facebook and stuff like that. I see some of his posts and shit, and he's somebody who actually has had some real things happen in his life, like some things that would really test your faith in God. And he always has a smile on his face, and he always has a kind word to say when you speak to him. And that's the kind of thing that should give you faith in the human race and in
Humanity.
people.
Yeah.
Never lose
Yeah.
your faith in people, because some people fucking they have had some real shit that they've gone through, and they're still incredibly upbeat and optimistic. So you know
Mm,
can't always fucking, you know what I mean? It's not always the same hand we're all dealt.
for sure. For sure. Yep. So going back to that. So yeah, Sideshow Nightcrawler is looking good, considering it.
Yeah, it's a nice looking piece.
It did come out very
Compact,
well.
well put together. I like it. It looks good.
Uh, the line is vague enough that it doesn't spoil it. The movie's 15 years old. I think is it longer than that? That must be like 2008. Oh yeah, yeah. So it's about 2000. Yeah, yeah. You're right. But the entire Catwoman. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. But then there is that Catwoman from. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Is the Raffle or Fiery Bundle? Was that really up for pre-order 4 years ago? Are you sure that was 4 years ago? Because I don't recall that being that old. I know the piece you're talking about from
The
Monster
dragon.
Hunter.
It's the dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Was that
Fuck,
4 years ago?
time does fly, but I
I
wouldn't have
think
thought
it
it was that
does.
old.
Yeah. Mitchell, how you doing? What do you guys think of the Prime on Jungle Hunt and Predator and Queen Studios Balrog Bust? I think that Jungle Hunt and Predator looks great. I'm a big fan of the Cinema Kept, and seeing them two together, I do think that the Prime one has a fantastic paint job and some really, really good detail. There are some questions on the kind of scaling, but I think overall it does look pretty good. The Balrog bust I haven't seen in person, so I'm not really sure. But
Looks great.
and also I'm getting mixed up with the. Oh, so that is the Queen Studios one because the Queen Studios did the two sizes, I think, as well. Um, I'm not sure about that one, but it looked epic in the pictures. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But the jungle.
That Prime One Predator, based on what it looks like at the minute. The problem is it's a prototype, but based on that, if that was the piece that you're getting, that's the best fucking Predator out there.
It looks
By a
great.
million miles.
Yeah, yeah. Carl in the house. How you doing, Carl? Yeah, cancelled most of my Connecticut Zingor and Ruffalo bundle. Took a while with it. Took too long with it. Sorry. Thanks for the advice. Sorry, it means a lot. And sorry. for the serious question, but he's eaten at me for the past couple of months.
Mate,
No
that's what
worries,
we're
man.
here for, brother. Anytime,
No worries.
anything like that, anytime you want to talk about shit like that, we're here. It doesn't always have to be about statues, bro. You know, that's at the end of the day. It just doesn't. We go fucking well off topic here regularly.
Yeah.
But if we can go
What's
off
that?
topic
Sorry,
and actually help a brother out, then it's worth it. A lot of the time,
Mr.
it's just toilet
Mr.
talk.
Burgles. Mr. Burgles always wins. Okay. Random as fuck. The Book of the Mist at the end is left open to interpretation. Stephen King actually liked the ending the film went for, even if it wasn't intended in the original book. That's the guy who did Walking Dead, I think, did that, The Mist. Okay, he's getting a bit much now. Let's block him then.
What do you say, please? I bet it was some
Oh,
abusive.
he's just going over and over again the same shit. Yeah.
Um,
Burgos always wins. Burgos always wins. Burgos always wins. Okay. What's up,
you won,
guys? How you
mate.
doing, Joe?
You won being blocked. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Yeah, wow, Mr. Burgos. It's all about interaction, so we actually get like points for interaction anyway, so it's good. We got spams tonight. Yeah. I've tried to block them, but like they're not disappearing. Nico
Awesome.
Balik, Alex and Gio, do you think there'll be a she Punisher one day as comic characters and as a statue? I think it'd be a nice idea as a she Punisher.
Why not?
I don't think it's
Could
the
do an
worst
alternative. You could do an alternative reality, just like multiverse,
multiverse.
where literally
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Frank Castles that gets killed with his kids, and not the mum.
Wife dies. Yeah, yeah. So he dies in the wife's death. Yeah. Kind words, Gio. Lucky to own Red XM Red Hulk. Picked it up and pick it up if you can. Yeah, for sure.
Literally,
Uh,
there's more ways than one. Like, try to pick it up if you can. It's fucking heavy as shit.
well, I picked up and put together the 1/3 version that they had. That was heavy. That's the one where I'm cradling it like a baby and someone stuck your head on it.
Nah,
You
yeah, I
remember
remember that.
that?
That was funny.
Yeah. Carl, I really love the Connecticut son of Sparta duo, Dante Nero. I just wish that they would update the version in 1/4 scale instead of the old 1/6 scale they did. For sure. They got I actually went out for drinks with a guy from Connecticut. He actually is working in London for ILM. So I met up with him and we went through, what's happening with their company, how they're going to improve on things, and the kind of future plans. And they do have some sort of plans for the future, and there are things in place where they're going to be addressing
Wheels are
issues.
turning.
Wheels are turning. I just think that some of the, as Gio says, some of the pieces, especially when that Akuma was put up for sale, um, it was just too outdated. Tiago Pravin sculpted that like 5 or 6 years ago, I think, and it it just didn't hold up. It just don't hold up. You know,
Mm-mm.
it's a shame because the concept actually of that them the brothers Dio was actually really good, where you
Was
could display Ken, Ryu, and Akuma in the different positions, and literally you could like each one could fight each other, and it was
yeah,
amazing the way
that
it was
was
thought
a
out.
clever concept, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
and
it
also
just
they're the older guy as well. I think didn't they? I think the
Goku,
old guys go. Yeah, I think they did that as well. But yeah, it's a shame. It is a real
Guken,
shame.
Guken.
Yeah. Oh, mm, this guy keeps coming back.
Burgers always win. That's why.
Flawless victory. There you go. I think he's got like multiple accounts. Jesus. He's like doing it with about 4 accounts, I think. Wow. That's fucking
We'll eat 'em
dedication.
all.
Well, actually, it's good because it gives us views. And it's given us interaction as well. Niels Mars, greetings. T21 bike from DCS finally paid off. Looking forward to seeing that in hand. Not exactly 4 years, but payment was mid 2020. Must have exaggerated a bit, but still. Okay,
Still
two
think that's too.
years.
I still think that's too long. It's
Yeah,
nearly going to be 3 years. It's too
yeah.
long.
Well, it's 2
It's just
years.
too long.
Yeah. I think I mean, yeah, this this guy's like literally using my multiple accounts. Wow. Got a fucking hard on for us.
You have a
Uh,
starring problem.
yeah, a retardation problem. Jesus. Are you not allowed to say that, are you?
You say the fuck you like. I just carry on saying whatever I like because
Alonso,
I
Burgos
believe
for
in
the superior
the
peace
freedom of
and so on.
speech anyway. I believe in that massively. I think we have to all fight for that.
In the States, brother. If anyone has a sideshow exclusive saber
Sabertooth.
tooth, let us know because Tommy Cole is looking for one. LOL. Brian O'Rourke might have been talked about, but sideshow deals on at the moment are good. Yeah, they got like 15% off, and if you get like the damaged boxes thing, I can't remember what it's called, seconds, you could get 30% off the pieces, and yeah, a lot of people have been doing that. What's up, guys? Statue Habit. Have you guys seen or heard anything on XM Nova? No updates yet, I'm afraid. Price of Sabretooth are crazy. Okay, we've got some porn bots now. Wow, we're getting spammed, man. Can't even block
Good.
them.
You
Can't
know,
even block. No, I can't block that one.
might have to go on that one later.
Yeah, yeah. What was it called? Wankbot? No. Yeah, I'm getting stuck on the screen now because I blocked it. Now it's stuck on the screen. All right, there you go. All right, so we got to the end of those comments anyway. So
Good.
what we do then is I'm
Go.
keen on the old 20 version of the Batman build. Any tips where to track that down? That sells for a pretty penny, my friend. Unfortunately, you have to look on the groups and you have to
Yeah.
look on eBay. Unfortunately,
Yeah, and
that's all.
check out like sort of like Batman groups as well, like fan groups. You might be able to find something like that there, sales groups, and then people that sell like Batman stuff. Might have some luck.
I do think that one sold quite pricey. Uh, all right, let's find the images. What's the date today? It's the 4th. That's it. I have to date my folders so it's easier to find. Let's use that one. Okay. I love the way you go fucking quiet, like when I do this.
I can feel your tense. That's why I can feel your heart rate increase.
That's the yeah.
I really like that
That.
apple on the right hand side. That right one's really cool. The left one just looks like fucking some sort of burns victim. I don't like it at all, but the
Yeah, the
right
left
one's
one.
really cool.
I literally what happened. So what happened was actually got sorry, someone's comment stuck there. Looking for the XM Mr. Sinister, but the first impression, yeah. So they've started showing images actually to people who go in the gallery, and I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
But
Sinister.
yeah, they haven't
Have you
shown
got a
me
picture of
yet.
it?
No, they showed like Tyler when he went in there the other day, but they don't talk to me anymore like as much as they used to.
All
So
right.
yeah, yeah.
Upset them then.
So oh yeah, story of my life, my friend. Story of my life. Also, I just is that full screen for you or not? What's that?
Yeah, yeah, that's all right. That's okay.
No, this looks horrible for me on your side. Um, basically, yeah. So, do you know what I did today? Jesus,
No.
I took the prototype of the red Merciless and the prototype for the blue Merciless. I took them downstairs. I took a hammer. I smashed them to a million pieces and put them in the bin. Both of them.
Mm,
Yeah,
it's a sin. You're going to hell, statue hell.
it is. But I basically said to them, look, these are in a shape where they can't be repaired by me. I don't have the patience and time to do it. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to send it to someone to repair, or what do you want me to do? They just said bin them and take a picture. So I was like, fine, bin them, smash them to pieces, bin them. So yeah. Also, I had some sideshow points, and what happened is they were expiring, so I thought to myself, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see whether I can buy one of those little the S's, and basically what
You got
happened
one of them
is they were
fucking
like,
shit S's for. This is much better idea.
I don't know, I wanted one of the S's, and then I couldn't work out how to do it on my
What do
phone,
you
and
do
then
with the S?
it's just like a paperweight or something, isn't it? I don't know.
Fuck you on that for, honestly. Always
But
think,
then what happened then was I saw these. I've got the original one, which I prefer,
which one have I
and
got?
you got the same one as me.
Oh, cool.
There's two
I
versions
want
of
that
that
one.
one. This yeah, just to send off your points, get one. um, so
I'll wait till you
yeah,
get bored of it. I'll buy it off you.
well, so that's that anyway. So I got those two. The one on the right is actually really heavy, like really heavy for the size, and then obviously that's the one on the top which I have.
Yeah, it's
You
big, isn't
have,
it? The bottom
yeah, yeah.
one's
But
big.
the top one is still the best. He's easily the best.
Okay.
Um, there's a saying as well, which Paul Coogan, he sent me a message saying, oh, I got you a keyring. So he got me the keyring on the right with um,
Great.
my comic, my grade, and he's actually got my number on it as well.
How do you do that?
Some guy does it. There's a guy called Comic Keys in the UK, and he does these as as keyrings. That's
Nice.
quite a nice little idea. Yeah. So Paul was like, you helped me out a lot on CGC stuff, so I got it sorted out for you. So I was like, oh, sweet, awesome.
That's very
Uh,
cool, man.
went to see the thing. Uh, these then are the Dark Side collectibles.
Is there red cut off?
Oh, is it on yours? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like I can. There is. I'm not there.
Oh, that's not good.
That's a bit better.
Oh, is it? What is that better?
That's better. And it's still. Yeah, when you. Yeah, that's better. That's fine.
Oh, I can't see anything now. All I can see is the pictures. All right. Well, this is the Dark Side collectibles version. Obviously, this week we had the Dark Side collectibles and then the Prime One version released on the same day. So that's quite interesting how that happened. And
Yeah, what's
yeah,
that about?
well, allegedly, this Dark Side collectibles put out that they were going to show it on a day, and they feel that Prime One just thought, all right, we're going to steal that much, start trying to steal their thunder. That's what they were saying. I don't
Oh,
know how
okay.
true that is. This then is the unmasked head and the masked head.
Them portraits are fucking awesome.
They're really nice. Yeah.
Really nice portraits. Love the fucking fluffy hair from the final thing.
I think
Like
though, I
that's
do think
fucking
that one of them needed to do, like a half
battle
battle
damage.
damage. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
That would steal probably a
It's
few
hard
customers.
though because then one portrait goes better with one than the other.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's the unmasked. That's there where he's got the kind of halo there, but it's hell here kind of thing there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and then you got the paper there at the base, the Batman Returns, and then looks cool. Looks very cool. Then again on the same day, we had the Prime One version because it's the 30th anniversary of the film, and maybe that's why. The one thing I do like straight off the bat is that the O and the T are kind of more visible because
Yeah,
when you look at on here, it can't be seen. But the other side I have to point out as well, sorry, is these pictures here for Dark Side Collectibles are not professional pictures. They just took them on their phone.
yeah,
So these are phone pictures.
yeah, yeah.
These are professional pictures,
Yeah, of
obviously.
course, yeah. Oh,
This,
it's quite a shame really because I don't think the likeness is there.
well,
Doesn't
I
look
don't.
like her at all. I don't get it. It just doesn't look like her.
She looks a bit weird there. She looks a bit too skinny, and yeah,
Just looks
I,
weird. The smile just doesn't look right. The whole mouth part don't look right.
someone posted an image of an actress. I can't remember who it was, and it does look like her, like the actual other actress, not Michelle Pfeiffer. Um, I do prefer the base on this one.
No, I don't. You see,
No.
I
but
like
I
the
just
dark
like
side base. You know why I like the dark side base better? The dark side base is more Burton.
yeah.
It's totally Tim Burton vision for Batman Returns. It's exactly his sort of thing. It looks like that. You know what I mean? And I like that. I think this is a little bit more sort of, I don't know what you would call it, sort of a modernized
Mm.
sort of look.
Also, the Prime One version, Prime One Blitzway version, is 1/3 scale. With the Dark Side Collectibles version, you're going to get a 1/4 scale and a 1/3 scale as well. So they've got
Them
both
stupid
scales.
big cats are like everywhere in that fucking film. And I
Yeah,
quite like the fact that they're depicted in the base, you know, because it's like the architecture, it's like the style, you see.
yeah.
I like the fact you get a few more cats as well.
Well, it shows you because she's like the crazy Catwoman kind of thing, isn't she? Yeah,
Yeah, but I like it. I think it's more in keeping with the film.
yeah. Well, you got
Um,
the
I just like that. I like Dark Side so much more. I don't even think it's close for me.
mm.
The
No,
poses are
I
quite the poses are quite close. But I prefer the suit on the Dark Side one as well.
yeah,
I prefer that sort of all latexy, sort of leathery, shiny sort of look that it has.
Ross.
Definitely prefer the portraits; they're much closer, and I like the
Yeah,
nod to
yeah.
the actual architecture, them big fucking stupid cats that are in that film, and
Mm.
you know, big round heads everywhere. It just looks more like it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And again, it's so funny because they are cell phone pictures. That's the funny thing as well.
yeah. You shouldn't win,
Uh,
should they? Really?
they should win because cell phones normally, they kind of elongate. They kind of make things look off, and this looks, yeah, much better. It's much better. The
She's got a bit of a thingy in her eyes as well, like the whites of her eyes that look all. They look a bit yellowy. They look a bit like they just don't look right.
well, the one on the right looks a bit like a crack addict or something.
They just
So
don't look
skinny.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not digging that portrait at all.
yeah. I agree. I think Darkseid wins that for sure, easily. And then also, well, for me as a collector, there's a 1/4 scale version of it, which is the better option as well. Um, the one thing I don't like about Prime is like, do you see like the pipes?
Mm,
They're not like consistent. They look way like rough, and do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, just look a bit
Also,
off.
the sizes of things are not consistent. The wheel and all of that
Yeah,
shit versus the size of it. No, I don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I don't like that base at all. I know that the other one's got a little bit more of a sort of a bulk to it, but you know, if definitely in terms of display spaces, but I prefer the dark side base.
Right. So then this was, I think these are the gaming heads. Oh no, these are Weta, aren't they? I can't remember. Am I wrong?
But
Weta game. Oh, that's Weta. That's Weta. Maybe it's a mixture. But yeah, it's still nice.
it looks like it is.
Someone's display of Lara Crofts anyway, which popped up, which looked really cool.
Yeah,
These are then House of God, Gorax. So these are just to recap these pictures. What I might have to do. Sorry. What I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. Is that about?
for me it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want then. All right, so these are the older images which we've seen before, but just a recap of the statue, Skinner's work, and very, very psychedelic.
Watched a
Uh,
video of him open it the other day. It was quite nice.
very, very cool. And just to show you then, once we get through that, then these are then the updates of the factory. So what they've got there got done. So this is on its way. They're also saying that this, a lot of statue companies do take a year, 2 years to release their pieces. They aim to release their pieces within 6 months of pre-order. Um, Also, the other point was that House of Gog have a new piece coming, which is going to be a smaller scale piece, which is going to be like a desk size. It's going to be like a 9 inch high by 7 inch by 6 inch. So it's going to be a smaller, more affordable kind of display piece. They got that coming soon. And I think that's a Skinner kit collab as well. So yeah,
Cool.
very cool. It looks very cool as well. The images on the what the factory are doing. Yeah, can't wait to see this in person. So yeah, really nice. And again, just such they always go with these like colors that you don't see in a lot of statues. And it's just kind of great to see them and great to see them come together. Their kind of take where they take the art, a 2D art, and make it into a 3D statue. They are really good at that. Really good at that. Moving on, this is then Infinity Studios, I believe. It's not the Witch King. It's the what's it? What do they call it?
Nazgul.
Nazgul. That's it. We saved. Yeah, so we got one coming to review. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Awesome. Looking forward to getting our video. Can you see the comments if I put that up like that?
Yeah, I can see him. Yeah.
Yeah, my little image of what people see is well screwed up.
Tell you one thing, you don't have too much of a slanted roof like that, do you? And the fucking big saw fucking stuck in it.
Yeah. Nice room though. Here's a nice
Very
room.
nice. Very nice.
But yeah, I mean that. Yeah, I'm quite interested to know what that sword is made from. Really interested because obviously if it's
fucking
made of
cool
metal,
though. Regardless, it looks really cool.
yeah. Well, if it's metal, then they're going to be custom issues with a lot of countries. But if it's not metal, then you're going to have warping issues. So yeah, I'm quite interested to know that. This then is the Iron Studios 1/4 scale Hulk from the Infinity Saga. So this was released, I think, a bit too late. This is a big old piece. It's 32 inches high, and I don't like it. I really think it looks
I'm not feeling it at all.
Yeah.
Sculpt looks a bit rough, and the pose and everything else it's like blocking. It's blocking half of what's going on over there with the big sort of weapons and stuff. It's just a really forgettable piece.
Yeah. Really
it's just forgettable. You walk in, you'll have a little look at it, you go, oh, glad it, and then you wouldn't come back to it. You just move straight on.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Fuck. And it's big. It's fucking huge. That's the thing. This then is the 1/10 Sauron. Looks nice. Looks nice. That does. Again, I think that these kind of perspective bases work on smaller pieces.
Yeah,
once
sure.
you get above 1/6, I think that's where your kind of cap is on them, really, and that's a push for me, my preference. But I think that can work on a 1/10 scale piece. That looks cool. Really
does look very cool. Done well there because of all the details on the sculpt there. Considering that the color scheme's not particularly complex.
Then you
so
got
the sculpt has to be fire.
1/10 Tilo and Orko, which again
from the Revelations stuff. So the Revelations one.
No, it's original, isn't it?
I don't know. She looks a bit off. No, if it's just something up with her hair, maybe it's a different sort of style.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just a picture.
This is a picture. I think these are like original.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, but it's quite cool. And again, 1/10 scale. I think their 1/10 line is their strongest. I really do. This then is a licensed piece, which is by Way Studios, and this is from Pacific Rim.
Was that Gypsy Danger?
I'm not sure which one it is. I couldn't even lie to you. I couldn't even say which one. But it looks cool when then that's the switch out. Look. Sorry, that's another one. That's different.
Yeah.
A different. What are they called?
They're cool, man. Really cool.
Jaegers.
Yeah, Jaegers. Yeah.
But yeah, they're really cool.
Fucking beastly, man. Size of it.
Well, yeah, they're massive. They're
cool.
pretty awesome. Oh, Striker Eureka.
Okay. What's
so
that?
You're wrong. Well, one's Striker, one's Eureka. I don't know which one's which.
I know them too.
This then is an in-hand picture of Sorry, not in hand. I mean, a picture taken by a collector. So Tyler took this in Bangkok, and this is the Queen Studios.
What did he think of it?
Black Adam. I think he said it looked really good. I think he said the likeness was really good. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks it here.
looks very good there. Yeah, I was actually
Has
going to go
anybody
see the
seen this
film.
yet?
Sorry,
Huh? You've not seen it?
I was going to go see it this week, and then I ended up going to see. I went to see The Barbarian because I didn't think it was going to be in the cinema very long, and Black Adam would be there for like 4 weeks or so. So I went to see The Barbarian, and then next time I'll go see some like there's like a load of horror films I want to see at the moment. The Barbarian was a bit of a letdown. It was a bit like because what's his name, Bill Skarsgård was in it. I thought he was going to kind of be, the kind of like the killer and stuff like that, and then you're constantly like suspicious of him because of who he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit of a letdown in that regard. And then the monster kind of prosthetics was all right, but then yeah, it kind of built up to something and then didn't deliver.
All right.
So there's like a part where they say
I just
like
don't
there's
care.
like a main thing killing people, and then someone goes like, "Well, that's not even the worst thing that's in there," but you never see anything else. So you know, yeah. Anyway, this then is the life-size Iron Man Mark 44 Hulkbuster. So yeah, this is $72,000, 72,500. It's
Awesome.
crazy, and the deposit on that is $28,500. To get that shipped, it's just going to be fucking obscene, and then you're going to get raped by tax. It's going to be crazy.
So we're talking well over 100 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. And then you also that's how tall it is. So it's like 3.5 meters. So yeah, 3.5 meters high, 2.6 meters wide, and
The
then
problem with this kind of thing is where you're going to want this is going to be like, if you had like, I don't know, if you had like a company or something, you wanted something, in the foyer or something really like unique like this.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But the problem is with this is that it also is a collectible. So you can't, them things that are in there usually cheap. You can't have things like this in there.
yeah, you normally got like a big like necker kind of thing, or
A
you
big
know,
fucking plastic shit thing that fucking, it's made out of pape fucking mache or some shit. But the point is that it's not fucking going to be like 100 grand's worth of kit that like someone comes in and starts touching and the parts might fall off. Because obviously
yeah,
you're going to put it together.
like you go in there with your three fucking kids who start swinging around on it and break it,
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just also like at that kind of size, can they maintain the quality? And will it be, what material is that going to be at that size? Because if it's like poly resin or whatever
For
you want
100
to
grand,
call
they
it,
better fucking shoot a missile or something.
yeah,
Otherwise they're going to be fucking devastated.
dude, for 100 grand, man, it wants to suck my cock and boil me an egg, Jesus.
At the same time.
Yeah,
You
fuck's
got
sake.
7 minutes, bitch.
What's she called, Veronica? Yeah, oh, Veronica. Oh.
I
Yeah,
just don't fucking get like, if it just turns on, lights just come on. If that's what you're paying for, 100 grand for a big fucking statue with lights on it, that lights turn on and off like fucking simple fucking light switch. Nah.
yeah, Jesus.
Still.
Oh, fuck me, really? Apparently that Hulkbuster is 3 tons. Well, I looking at it, I'm not surprised, but still, then when you say it, it's like, fuck. Uh, Not surprising. The base is a bit boring. Most Queen Studios, yeah. What happened if this thing starts leaning? Then yeah, fucked. Yeah,
But just
break.
don't be underneath it when it starts fucking leaning. That's what matters.
Yeah, what about the magnets are a bit weak? Bat Kid Voodoo, how you doing? Yo-Yo, my statue,
Yo,
bros, how you doing? There you go. So the materials are resin, PU, and metal. We need to have some metal in there. Shipping costs, fees, assembly. Will be arranged with official partners. Oh, so someone will actually assemble it for you. Yeah. Okay. As the statue is heavy, the statue must be displayed.
Someone will also be sucking your cock and boiling you an egg in the other room.
Yeah, doing my washing up. Hulkbuster weighs approximately 3 tons. It's recommended that you display it on a flat surface, preferably cement.
Oh, that's me.
If you
I
want to
was
display the statue
going to put it on
on
a fucking hill.
surface, yeah, please consult with a professional advice when you assemble the statue. The height 5 meters, the width. Oh Jesus! When you intend to display the statue, you need to put a warning sign: "Do not touch, do not approach, do not climb." At least 3 meters away from the statue to avoid the statue being climbed on by people other than the assembly professionals. God, they're well
But again,
covering their ass, aren't they?
this opens up a whole fucking can of arse worms, man. Because this is
Arseworms.
the type. This is not just worms that crawl out of your anus. Because this is the kind of thing where if it falls on your kid and fucking kills it. I mean, what the fuck? If one of them things fall off
Yeah.
and kill your dog or some other
Do you
shit, it's a
remember?
fucking nightmare.
I mean, obviously, I've still got it somewhere, but the Imaginarium Hulkbuster, his
Yeah,
forearm guards each
yeah,
weighed like 2 kilos, 3 kilos.
yeah.
They were well heavy. I
I
remember
know.
like when we first got it, we were just like, holy fuck. So that is going to be like obviously 4 times more, as
Just
such.
look
But
at the size of the man in that silhouette versus the guards on his arm. If that comes
yeah,
off and hits that man that's underneath there, that's an intensive care job, bro.
yeah, not good. This one we
This
did
is
speak
really
about
nice.
last. We spoke about it last week, so we skim over this. But you did send me another image today, so I just left these ones in.
I
But I
like
think
it.
this is stunning. Give to the chopper, maybe a custom module case. Yeah. This I really like this as well. I think it's stunning. She's beautiful.
I've never wanted to fuck that queen so much.
No, neither have I. Is she the one
I
who gives
really,
out the apples? I'll eat her
yeah.
apple.
I might have to eat them.
No,
I
she's
think that's really nice. That's a really
that's
beautiful looking
really,
piece.
really, yeah. It's one of my favorite because I liked some of the others in the line.
All of them are good.
But
I like all of them. Alice is good and Tinkerbell's good. They're all good, man. Even the
yeah,
mermaid's good, nice. Even though they
yeah,
fucking rake the shit out of that with about 6 colours, but it's
yeah, they
nice.
have.
This is a
And
really sexy piece.
Alice in Wonderland was good as well. I think they did a couple of versions of her, but
Like to
this
wear
one's
her
really
as
good.
a hat.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah, very nice. I was on the base,
Love the
very nice.
mirror as well. The mirror's fantastic.
But that's the exclusive.
Yeah, of course it is. It's really nice though as well.
Good exclusive though.
Yeah, it's the X.
Yeah, I'm saying that's a good exclusive.
Yeah, very good.
Sorry, we come back to that. That was just the height of that. In case we did want it, in case we wanted it, sorry. So 14.2 inches high, 13.4 wide, and 8.1 deep. We did speak about this last week. Again, so they did the variant of this.
It's hard with this though because again, like I still think the other head is the proper Tila.
Yeah,
With the
you're right.
bun sort of situation. I'm not the ponytail's a nice switch out variation, but I prefer the sword on the one on the right. To be honest, and I
Well, when
kind
I
of
saw
like
it, when I saw
the
it for the
suit.
first time, really, really quickly, I thought it was Shira.
Yeah, similar, but
So,
I still prefer the one on the left.
yeah, I agree. I concur. So yeah. Next up, I want to skip past. Wow, how many of these pictures we got? Jesus. Merman has
I
been
had to
delayed.
confirm my order actually. That I
Yeah,
wanted to keep it.
yeah. It says on this.
I don't know
If you don't
why.
respond, if you don't respond by the 30th of November, we will be forced to cancel your order. That's a bit.
But
What
why?
was the reason for that? Yeah,
They didn't give you a reason. I just like confirmed. I was a bit like, no,
maybe it's like, do you know what it might be?
it's
It
the
might
it's the go on.
Well, it might be to kind of cover their ass, so that if you then come back and go, "Oh well, now this is delayed. I want my
Yeah,
deposit back," and they'll go, "Well, you agreed, so no."
it might be, or it might be something to do with like payment protection or something.
Yeah, they got some weird laws in California about like stuff like that.
Yeah, it might be something to do with that.
I know that when PCS was over there with Jerry Macaluso, they were fucking while breaking loads of laws to do with pre-orders and money taking and all that sort of stuff.
I bet they fucking were.
Fucking skid mark. Um, But yeah, so maybe that's what they're trying to do. Was this wetter? I can't remember. One in the middle. It's
This
huge.
is that's Prime One.
Oh, okay. So Prime One.
The funny thing about this is they're all quarter scale.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy how big that dark side is.
They will still accept cancellations with full refund. Tila was blonde. For that money, I want to be able to jump in the Hulkbuster. I want to wear it. Dustin the Hulkbuster would be a full-time job. Look at the size of that man. Yeah. To display this, one must barricade the statue so no one would go close to touch it. I just think all you're going to get is like a couple of rich Asians, and that's it, really. And, there you go. So then this. Oh, I didn't put these in the wrong place. These are some custom miles. So a few of those.
Yeah, I sent you those.
Huh?
I sent these.
Yeah, I put them in the wrong place. XM Devastator. My one thing about this, I don't like that kind of like where they stack things up like that. So where it's
Yeah,
got like the kind of here, which obstructs the view anyway, and then you kind of put like a drain cover, and then you put a few more rocks on top of it. So if you're kind of displaying it from a certain angle, it's going to block off some of the view of it. This is all from that kind of dark metal line. Um,
my problem with this is I'm a little bit damaged after the last time with
yeah,
Doomsday. So I feel this will be really dull and dark and boring as fuck, just like that Doomsday was.
well, it looks very dark already, though, no? Because they took the
Well, that's what
pictures
I'm
of that.
saying.
They took the pictures with their cab flashlights, and yeah,
It looks already to me that it looks
there you
again.
go. Austin Tag's picture that was of Darkseid.
Yeah, I love that guy. Great guy.
Takes for great pictures. Darkseid is Queen Studios, by the way, not Prime One. I said Queen, and he corrected me.
I thought it was Prime One's one, but yeah, you're
Yeah.
probably right. Yeah, I guess it is.
Well, it's his fucking piece. He should know what it
Well,
is.
then, I guess you're right.
Uh, this Devastator is pretty underwhelming. I think it's dark, and you can't. These pictures are not great. You can't see fuck all.
It's like
Yeah,
a fucking camouflage.
yeah,
But you see, the thing is, is recently, like a lot of I feel that a lot of like the pieces have been overly washed and overly dark, and from XM. So you got to be cautious, like with, like the Gambit really was, Beast really was, Doomsday really was, loads of them, so many of them. So you got to be really careful. And this is a dark character, and if they fucking again they make this any darker, it's going to be a big fucking black or browny grey mass, just like
yeah,
Doomsday was. The sculpt was
yeah.
really there on that Doomsday, but the factory paint from XM for that piece is shit. It was really not good at all.
Mm. Well, the problem was is the factory paint was probably good until the wash came. You know, I don't think that's a good picture at all. What is that showing? That looks like the one at the back is chipped. Why would you show that picture?
I have no idea. It's a bad choice.
Doesn't that look like it's chipped at the back?
Looks chip, but even if it was mint, I don't understand the point of this picture. I agree with you. It's a shit picture.
it's just like, what are you showing here? It looks like those three are spiky. That and that have got a point. That looks like it's been broken off. Why would you show this picture?
No, it's a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of agree. Looks like it's chipped. Definitely looks like it's chipped. It's a weird decision to do that.
What's that?
No, someone says, yeah, definitely kind of agree. It looks like it's chipped.
Terrible decision.
Yeah, yeah. Well, well, loads of pictures of this one. This just to confirm, there were some questions about the edition size of Nightcrawler. It is 299. Within the factory, sorry, the gallery, there's a card and it says 499. It's just a printed error. It was 299. So yeah.
Okay.
This then is the Ultraman versus the Kaiju. This
I really
piece
don't like this.
is a mess. It
I hate this.
is such a mess. I know. I understand the art, and I understand that the take of the art, and that it's like from a certain time where these pieces look a certain way. But I just think they've all been thrown together, and then he's standing there, and it's so busy, and there's no way you can display this. You can't display this. You literally have to have it on a rotator to display it properly. And even I won't name anyone, but I know someone who went to see this in the gallery, and I said like, maybe this is a piece you have to see in person, and he goes, no. He said no. It's just as messy in person as it
Why do
is.
you want to see the back of Ultraman now?
Well, that's the point. Is if you even if
It
you
looks like a big
pose this,
fucking clitoris. Like, what do you want? What do I want to see this for?
but I'm saying, but even if you
If you
then
look at it from
turn
this
it,
angle, look. I know that I did that Rorschach test and I saw a lot of vaginas, and I didn't mention that they were all vaginas, and that's fine. But tell me that slit down the middle and that little bump sticking out doesn't look like a pussy and a vagina with loads of monsters about to attack it. Tell me that's not what you're seeing, because that's what I'm seeing.
it's a hidden
It looks
message
like an
about.
unwanted gangbang. It just doesn't look good.
I'm saying, but even if you then turn it around to display so you can see Ultraman's face,
We
then you
can't
got the
because all the
backs. Then
monsters are
you
so
got the
much
backs
bigger
of the
than Ultraman.
monsters. Yeah,
The
yeah.
monsters are bigger than him, so the best way is probably from the side. But even then, I just don't get the concept of this. I really don't think it works at all. It's a shame. It really is. It's a shame.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, again, when I said to the person, like, it's got to be one of those pieces you need to see in person to be able to kind of get the composition and to make it out. He literally just said to me, "No, it fucking sucks." Literally, I was like, okay. This then is War,
It's
which
wicked. This.
is awesome. This is so awesome. Looks great. Massive piece though. 35 kilos, so 36 kilos in weight, 81 centimeters high, 56 deep, and 85 wide. So this is kind of on the kind of level of
Sort of got like
Shogun.
Shogun vibe though, isn't it?
Well,
It's got
it does.
Shogun
It's like
vibes.
Shogun. Yeah, yeah.
The armor on the monsters very Shogun-esque.
Different sculptor. But yeah. Oh no, it's the same sculptor, isn't it?
You know, the same.
Isn't it a same sculptor?
Looks to me like the armor and stuff that is on the monster look very, very similar to the Shogun armor.
Yeah, I think it's the same sculptor. Both of them are Marco, aren't they? Plouf. Marco Plouf. Yeah. Wow, you might have a point. Same sculptor.
These don't
So
lie.
yeah, so open mouth, closed mouth. Yeah, looks cool. Does look cool. So XM War. There's up for pre-order. There's going to be quite a big line of this. They've just released like a whole story. So obviously you've got the Four Horsemen. They'll be coming out, and then you've also got the Angels as well coming. So there'll be like 8 of them minimum if they sell well. The only thing is like I think it's going to be hard for people to dedicate that much money and that much space to an unknown license. I just think that's the only real concern.
Are you
I
going to
hope
see that
it's
these are
not.
all going to be well low ES? If they're
Yeah,
if any of these pieces are over 200 pieces, I'd be well fucking surprised. I'm
yeah.
telling
I
you.
really, I really hope
Nobody
they
ain't
say.
buying these pieces because, like, you doesn't matter how much detail and how nice the pieces look. Nostalgia is what makes a lot of people spend this kind of money out, and there's no nostalgia for this at all. They went too big with it being quarter scale. They should have gone to 1/5 or 1/6 for this line. They would have had more joy. I'm fucking telling you, they'd have had more joy with that because you could have mixed this with other lines. Can you
Yeah,
imagine this with like a He-Man line, putting these kind of monsters and things together? It would have worked perfectly. It would have been great.
yeah. But some people don't think about, um, we want to have this. So just the idea of you displaying it with someone else's pieces. Some
Yeah,
people
but
don't think. Some people look that way.
you've got to think about people's collections always.
I know. No, I know what you're
Think
saying, but
always
some
about
people don't
the
think that.
collector's collection. What does he have in there? What can you do with this? What these companies all think, and this is their problem, is they all think they're going to buy one and and then they're going to buy them all, and that's all they're going to have. They're going to collect their line. It's only going to be their line. It's a very, very arrogant way to think. You're
Oh yeah,
better
of
off
course.
thinking along the lines of, okay, what has most people got in there at the moment? What are most people getting? What sort of stuff like in quarter scale? Is there loads of like beasts? Are there loads of like animals, loads of like fucking things, people riding monsters? Are they? Are they? Not really, mate. No,
Yeah,
there aren't. In 1/5, that exists more, and in 1/6, that exists more. So you
uh,
would want this amongst those. That's where people are going to buy it. You just like cut off, I would say, about 70% of your fucking potential audience by making it quarter scale. Can you think off the top of your head a quarter scale piece where someone is riding a fucking big beast, other than like a Shogun Batman, which is like this? Can you think about like many?
other than an XM piece, because obviously you got the Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
You then
on a
got the
horse.
Pop Culture Shock He-Man on Battle Cat
What scale is that?
Core.
Which one? The one that the PCS did originally.
But actually, he's not riding his. He's got them separate, I think.
I think he's standing. It might be one where he's on. I can't
Yeah,
remember. I know
yeah,
he's
they're not
standing.
riding. Sorry, they are separate. Was riding something?
Been in this fucking game 10 years,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and what have you got? You've been
There's
all
the
over the
unlicensed
fucking
one with
world. You've
the
been
black
from
and women.
one end of the arse
I
of
need to
this
get that on there.
world to the other, and what have you got? How many can you think of? I guarantee you're going to struggle with this, and most people will.
I think I got a video of that, Josh. I think I got a video of that where that I can't remember her name. I always call her Titanium something, but I don't think it's called that. They paint her like Titanium Nukem or whatever her name
Yeah,
is.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And I've got a video of her from 2018 where she painted that for Econ.
Very,
Very
very
cool,
hard.
very busy. Michael Bay would like it. Yeah, Brendan in the house. Sorry. Um, hell, I would have been all over this if it was Marvel Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse for sure. Eric S. Very select customers for sure.
I think so.
Back, what did I miss? You missed everything.
Everything.
Uh,
So
yeah. This then is we're on customs now. So this is then the Black Panther female version.
this was quite funny when I was looking at pictures of this because I clicked on it and I was like, oh, okay, I see where they're going with this. And then
Yeah, it was like
I
as I
got
say.
I got lured in with a
Yeah,
little bit. I'm like, yeah, all right. Do with a little
I
bit more texturing on on that panther because panthers actually in
yeah
reality are not smooth black like that.
yeah. I literally was in a group where they just said like, what the fuck is going on with the
And
world or whatever. But that's the
it
all
just goes
take.
like that.
It just goes like that. It's just like wow.
It's a bit more. It's a bit like eat my pussy or my pussy's gonna eat you.
Yeah, those dreads are well too thick, aren't they? Look at those.
Actually, it's humid there, man. She's got a
Yeah.
monocle. It's humid as fucking Wakanda, bro.
God. There are customers for this line as well, because I mean, there are so many. We were talking about this the other day, where they got the anime, and then they got the alternate anime ones with the tits out and the pussy out. It's just like, really, who the fuck buys them? You know, but people do. People do. Uh, yep, from Econ. Uh, Titian, yeah, yeah. So hubba hubba hubba. LOL. It doesn't need much of the imagination. No, it doesn't. Yeah. But there's an ever increasing market of this, and there's even male ones where you have like a Chris Hemsworth, and he's like doing squats, and he's got his cock out, and then there's one with like Chris Evans where he's got his boxer shorts on. But yeah, it's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Marvel, is that?
Yeah, I saw this. I just thought this was interesting because it's not. It's like Janice Vale, isn't it? Is it
Yeah,
Janice
that's
Vale?
what, no, Janice Val's the green one.
Yeah, it's like Captain Marvel, Janice Vale. I'm sure it's like Marvel. Bit more OG. This, bit more old school. This.
Yeah, I always pronounced it. I always pronounced it TT Nunn. But who knows? I've never heard it pronounced out loud. Yeah, Titty Nun. I say Titty Nun. Cash Gemini in the house. Interesting black brown fox.
Yo,
You can see what she had for breakfast. Yeah. I met her in person. Like, I met her in person in 2018, and it was hilarious because she doesn't speak English. That's not the hilarious thing, but she didn't speak English at the time. And maybe she's in the last 5 years or so. She can 4 years. But Seng, being Seng, was trying to teach her to paint, and he was talking to her in English, and she didn't understand a word he was saying. But
probably for the
he's like
best.
he's like the typical English guy, even though he's Singaporean. But he's like that typical English guy who just talks louder, thinking people will understand. Like my dad, when my dad's got a place in Spain. Whenever he speaks to a Spanish person, when he's like, "Do you speak English?" and they're like, "No, no, no, senor, no." He's like, he just speaks louder to them. So yeah. Is that what Seng was doing? And I was just like, oh god. She was recently at some con for the Lego booth of the paint company, and she was working airbrushing some sculpts there. Yeah, I was quite concerned about the ventilation there, to be honest with you. But yeah, I did see her there. She looked great. She looked great there. This then is the custom
Really
Colossus
like this.
you sent over. That's a really good paint job.
I
Really
just
good
really
paint.
like it. It's a little bit more like the sort of movie sort of fit Colossus, but I thought this looked pretty good.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's a bit stoic. Nice small base. Pretty
mm,
cool. Like the sculpt on it. I dig it.
this is what you sent me.
Yeah, it's more of a crazy one, kind of like this as well. It's nice too.
This is what you sent me, and then the guy said, "Can I post my stuff on your sales group?" And then you said no,
What do you mean?
because he does these in STL files.
Ah, okay. Is this an
So yeah,
STL file that he did?
he printed them. He printed them to sell as well.
Nice. And
I think it's.
we don't want stuff.
I
We don't want stuff on there. You can share like stuff, and there's no. I don't got a problem with people sharing sort of projects, but we don't really want like on sales stuff.
no no.
That's the point. You can say
Also,
like if we're talking about the artwork that you're creating, there's no problems there. But if you're
yeah.
trying to sell stuff and it's an STL file, we don't allow that.
Well, I think the problem with this is this looks unfinished. To me, this looks like it needs a lot of work still. And if you're trying to sell that as a file I don't think that's right.
Hmm.
There's so much texture missing. Look at that. Then look at that. Yeah, anyway. Then this is the Cyclops. I thought it was Havoc at first, but this is that version of Cyclops, isn't it? From
I really like this.
Is this
I love this
Astonishing?
project. This is the same guy who did the fucking Ronin sculpt.
Yeah, but is this Astonishing X-Men?
I don't fucking know. I
Okay,
just really
someone.
like this. I think this is a really sexy Cyclops, and that one with the beams around the head,
Jesus,
fucking banging.
that's why I thought it was Havoc when I first saw it. Well, that's fucking cool.
There's another one there. It's that blue one as well. That's fucking wicked. Look at that lovely sculpt on that. Is it Dario Martin sculpt? I believe. But look at that. Loads of
Oh,
great
the blue
Swiss
one.
nuts.
Yeah,
Love to get my hands on one of these. Looks great.
very cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that and all. Very different. I love it.
This was one of the Dinobots. I think it's Primal. Uh, yeah, I can't remember. It's called Primal something. I can't remember his name. But yeah, that's one of those. Looks pretty cool. This then is the MFA Dark Side, Doomsday, and Death of Superman, or
Mm.
by NFA. Um, what are
These
these?
Caleb Hulks.
These Caleb.
Yes.
Wow, these look terrible. I thought they were like I thought they were like Zionarts or someone.
I was going to let you go completely in on this and then tell you, but I'm not that kind of cunt. So
Well, I don't like it. I think this is fucking dreadful. I think this is. I
there's
thought it was.
some of
I thought it was like Zionarts or someone like that, or you know, this is dreadful. If this is Caleb, this is
it.
he must have gone. They must have like paid him fuck all to do it. You know.
They must have given him a coffee and a few jelly beans to do this for him because it
Yeah.
doesn't. It looks shit. It really does look bad.
This is no. This. Oh my god. Fucking Gary Busey Hulk. What the fuck? That's so bad, isn't it? This is really Caleb. There's no way Caleb.
It's Caleb, man.
No.
It is, man.
Wow, man, Caleb's having a bad fucking day. It
Yeah.
does, yeah. It looks like Hulk's calling someone a wanker with that fist. It does a bit. It's like that. Wow, that Red Hulk is so bad.
Both of them are bad.
Damn. I think the live feed at 1:45 on a Friday. Pretty gas is worth it. Fuck all. Fuck all. But have a like. I'll watch a video tomorrow morning. I hope you cover the two Catwomen. We did at the beginning of the pictures. Thanks for popping in. This and the Venom from Transformation are not his best work, but at least with the Venom, you can kind of see like some
His
elements
signature.
of skill.
You
You
can
can
you
see
can
that.
see his signature because he has
Um,
ability. This is something that you would be embarrassed putting your name to this.
this looks like I did it out of fucking paper mache, and that's not a
Yeah.
compliment.
I think this is bad even for you, bro.
That's so dreadful. I mean,
Maybe it's really early. Maybe it's just really early. But I think if it's that early as I think it is, I don't think they should be shared at this point.
if that's Caleb's again, I'm like I'm gobsmacked because yeah, maybe he needs his glasses changed or something. I don't know.
He can, you know the man's a super talent. So
The
maybe
guy's
this
amazing.
this just screams two things to me. One, massively early on and probably shouldn't be shared. Or two, too many projects going on and not enough time dedicated to it, which you should do.
Well, that's the
This,
unfortunate
this
thing.
doesn't. This you wouldn't. But if someone showed me this and told me he's this, I would call him a liar.
Yeah.
Someone said to me, "This is Caleb," I'd be like, "Nah, that's not." So
Well,
that
that's the
can't be
thing
good.
is, I mean, like he clearly takes on too much work anyway because you know, unfortunately, every 2 months, every 3 months, he's complaining he's burnt out. He needs to manage his workload better. But I find it hard to sympathize with him when he puts out so much work that he's complaining that he's overworked because he needs to take less jobs. I know how he needs to stay current and whatever else, but if he's burning out, he needs his health's more important.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
going back to this is fucking dreadful. This is whoa fucking dreadful. Terrible. Yeah. This actually is Mark Newman, and it's a custom that he worked on. Apparently, Mark Newman left Sideshow.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Neither did I. And when I commented and said, "Oh, what Mark Newman left Sideshow," everyone kind of coming and going, "Well, I thought you knew stuff. You should know this. You should know he left." I'm like, "I don't fucking know. What the fuck do I know?" So this is the Goblin Queen anyway. Um, Is Madeline
cool.
Pryor? No. Yeah, but just great.
It is.
Sculpt.
It's Madeline Pryor.
Yeah, Mark Newman is doing the customs now. Wow.
Yeah. Does very, very
That's
nice female work.
female.
So.
His female sculpts are amazing. Back to the Miles. We already talked about that one. Looks all right, but
Nice details. I like it. It's nice details. Not sure about the old that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
Then you got the Namor, which
I've seen this a few times. I really like this concept and design and the beheaded thing.
who's that?
I don't know.
You don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Don't know who that
Who's
is
that?
either. I don't know.
I don't know either of them
I
all.
had to guess. I'd say that's Mr. Fucking Incredible. That's who I think that is.
Looks like a Power Ranger, that one. And then yeah.
He's got another one as well. He's holding like a green head up there as well.
That's a scroll.
Yeah. Well done.
Got 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 is not bad. Is that the old John one? No, 2 out of 3 is not
No,
bad.
it's Meatloaf and it's 2 out of 3 ain't bad. You can.
Well, I found again. This is then Nosferatu Zog.
Beast.
From what?
Zod Beast, isn't it?
Nosferatu Zod, dickhead.
Is it?
Nosferatu Zod from Berserk, yeah.
This is fucking massive, bro.
Well, you look at that Pepsi can, the front.
Oh shit, really? Okay.
I said Zod. Not Zog. Yeah, this is huge. But it does look like he's got like safety pins holding his legs in place.
I think that it does. So
That's
it looks it. I think it's swords coming out of the face.
Okay.
It looks like that. I think it's like swords or weapons in the face.
Okay. Apostle form Zod. Okay.
You were wrong, you fucking ignorant prick. Giving me Nosferatu to stick up your fucking
Which one does
your worm t-shirt wearing cockface brick. You
it's the Nosferatu one then when he looks like a Kuma. Maybe.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Zod when he looks like a Kuma.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know.
Oh,
what
you're right. You're right. It's swords. It's not. Yeah, I thought it looked like pegs holding up the tail. But yeah, cool. Very
fucking
cool.
Nosferatu.
It's big seam on his tail there, though. The irony of Etty being the one to tell you Apostle from Zod when the profile picture is human form Zod. But which one is okay? Yeah, but which one's not? Isn't there a Nosferatu Zod? Because I
love it. They're going to come in and go, "There's no such fucking thing, you worm cock."
Worm cock. Jesus. Joe woke up this morning, right? And Joe, my dog, was like, because in the morning, what happens is MJ walks the dog, brings him in, and then puts him in bed. So he's in the bed, right? And I woke up and the dog was lying across my chest, and he had like my nose in his mouth. And I'm just like, so I wake up and the dog's like mouth is on my nose, and I like look at it, and then he kind of like stops what he's doing, like looks at me like he's like guilty. And he's like looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then he kind of stopped and walked away, and I'm like, "Jesus, your fucking dog is gonna bite my nose off." Jesus Christ!
Well, you now know what happens if you fall with a stroke, don't you? At least you know.
What's that if I fall with a
stroke? If you have a stroke or some sort of heart complaint and fucking collapse, and you're alone with that dog, it's gonna eat your face. That's pretty much what will happen.
Yeah, Nosferatu Zod is correct. He just has 2 forms. Thank you. Nosferatu is his first name. Thank you. They are both Nosferatu Zod. That's his name. It's just that it's an impossible form. Thank you. Yeah, there you go.
So this is what the fuck is this called then? Nosferatu.
No, his name, his first name is Nosferatu Zod. So this is the apostle form. Yeah.
Why is he stealing vampire names as his first name?
What's his name? But you know, also my dog did the other day as well. It was quite funny, right? He went over to a bush, and there was this, there was a snail on the bush, So like the snail was out and kind of like moving along, but doing his thing, and he went over and sniffed it, and the snail fell off. So it like fell on the floor, and he kind of like he started sniffing it, and then do you know when snails they start like bubbling? They
Yeah,
go like go yeah. So he like sniffing it, and it kind of bubbles, and he jumped back, and then he kind of starts pouring it like that, and he kind of like I don't know, he's trying to get the snail to come back out or whatever he's doing, and sniffing it, and going like that. And then he like looks at it, he turns around and he pissed on it. Made me well laugh watching him. We laugh so
well, be
much.
careful with things like snails and slugs and stuff,
Yeah,
mate.
I know, I know. Yeah,
Well,
he's
be
had all
careful
his,
because if it licks it, it's not great.
yeah, his that kennel cough and shit like that, lungworm.
Yeah, ain't
Yeah,
good. You've got to keep them away from slugs and snails. It's not good.
he's had all his stuff for it, but yeah, this is then his custom Psylocke. Looks like
Great,
quite nice.
great portraits on this.
Yeah, portraits look nice.
Like the work.
Yeah,
Find it is a little bit too sort of. That's a great like action pose. It works well from that sort of
that's a
angle.
great angle. That's a really good angle of it. Yeah, yeah. These are sorry, I put these back in here because these are Stuart Alvaro.
What's that?
The other week we were talking about these,
Yes.
and I thought that they were pictures that you sent me, but it happened to be that it was Nico Bellic, and he just sent them while you were sending me images, and then
Mm.
Stuart Alvaro.
Yeah, but for
Very
what Punisher?
no, it's a bust. It's like a little
Oh,
1/3
okay.
bust.
Looks
Yeah,
very cool.
it was just yeah, it does. Does a
He
really cool.
sent me. Hopefully, that's already sent. He sent that other head to Ian. So look forward to skip that getting there. I have to message him actually and find out where that is. I want tracking on
Zod
that.
is
Fucking,
known to be an immortal for never dying on the battlefield. Nosferatu is related to being immortal. That's probably the reason. This then is a custom Superman from Mad Creations. A lot of people getting this, and a lot of people are liking it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's why I'm a bit like, it's all right, I guess. I don't know.
I do.
Yeah. I had to add this in there because, yeah, I'm not a fan of how this turned out.
No, no, I
It
don't like
had
it.
it had potential, but I don't think they delivered. It's the last one, actually. Jesus, we got through all the fucking comments, photos for once.
Pictures. 1 minute after 12.
We did
I'll
well,
take
man.
that for the bank, motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go. Let's see if there's. I've been keeping up with the comments anyway, so yeah, we're all there.
Awesome. Cooking with gas this week. Nice to get things done.
I was going to say something to you. Can't remember what I was going to say now. No, God, yeah. I need you over here, though. I'll tell you that. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Got
Well,
to box,
now that
box
Jenny's
this shit up and get
mother's
it all
here,
out.
and the boys are not. Everyone's not ill. No one's been sick. I've not been called upstairs. So, hopefully we can get back to some normal fucking proceedings happening.
Yeah.
It's been fucking chaos here, mate. It's not a joke. I swear to God. I'm telling you, you won't fucking wish it on anybody.
Well, I was gonna.
I really dislike, but trust me when I tell you, it's no good. This is what happened, right? You're laying there. You're late the other night. I was laying there. I was in bed with him. I was having a sleep. Jenny was downstairs, like either feeding one of the twins or doing something, right? He said to me, he was like sleeping, and I was like, I'm off. Like I think I was just nodding off. He said to me, Dad, and this is like the third night in a row, right? So, Dad, and I'm like, yeah. It's like I can't sleep. I'm like, all right, mate, yeah, just relax. It'll be, and then he just literally turned over and vomited all over like Journey's side of the bed, right? Fucking like the whole side of the bed, right? And we have like sheets in there, obviously like waterproof stuff in there now to sort of protect it from all this vomit that we're being attacked by, right? So, it's like you've got to come down when that happens. You got to get him, clean him, rechange him, get him back into sort of like another bed or somewhere, and then, and that's with you. So because he's obviously upset because he's not well, and then you've got to wash all this stuff, clean all this stuff, wash all this stuff. It's all over your pillows. It's all over your duvet. You got to wash all of this stuff. It's not funny. It is shit. It's not even funny. It's well bad.
Yeah.
Let's say this sort of shit kicks off at 11 o'clock. By the time you've done, put the things in the wash, got everything's sorted and all that's ready, everything's done. It's like 1 a.m. Then one
Yeah.
of the twins will wake up and you're like, what fresh hell is this? You know what I mean? Then the whole time you're waiting for is it going to throw up again all over your clean shit that you've got, the spares that you've got. One of the nights we ran out of fucking duvets completely. No, we didn't have any duvets or anything. We're like sleeping on fucking with nothing, clothes. It's like fucking ridiculous.
God. That's not
It
good.
was, it was fucking shit. And
Yeah.
all I hear, when like Jenny like starts talking to me, she'll just be like, never going to that fucking DJs again. Every time he goes, this is what happens. Every time he
Yeah.
goes,
I told you that before.
I know we know that, but he likes to go. He likes soft play. What the fuck can he do?
Yeah.
He loves running around and jumping around and fucking cat. He loves all of that. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Can't stop him. Like you can't be like, oh well, every time you go there, you catch some sort of bug or virus because fucking it's full of kids that are fucking, parents taking their kids ill to places.
I mean, you want to think about it like from the positive side. um, it could mean that in future his immunity will be better. In theory.
Yeah, I know, and I do share your feelings on this particular thing. And I do try to inform my wife of the silver lining there. It's clearly in front of us that kids get ill, they get ill and all this shit. And then when I'm standing over my bath with the shower on it, fucking cleaning sick out of sheets and things like that before I put them in the washing machine, you're not feeling too perky. You don't feel too good about it. You're not feeling too positive about it. You feel kind of negative about the whole situation.
Well, yeah, it's not really the same, but yeah, my dog fucking puked everywhere the other day and then pissed on the bed. But yeah, not quite the same though.
No, not good though. We've got no
No,
water.
it's not fun. But then I've got now the spot cleaner thing. So
But
I just
if you've got no mattress protector on there, we're
no,
really
I
lucky because we've got kids. It's like when you know a normal you got a mattress and a normal person just puts a sheet over the mattress.
yeah,
Yeah, I've got this is what mine's like. It's like mattress, waterproof sheet that goes across it, then sheet, then a waterproof sheet that goes across it, then another sheet, then a mattress protector, then another sheet. It's like fucking this
Jesus.
full of fucking stuff. But you have to because
Uh, Josh, I'll get that stuff out there. I'll get that stuff on there next
I
time.
got
You
like
must
a
have
I
said
got like a temper mattress, man. My mattress is like fucking $2,000. Not a joke. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You piss on it or throw up on it, and it's on there and it's all stained. That's a problem.
Right, we're going to shoot now. Have a good evening, boys. Missed the first half. I'll catch up. Thanks as always. Hope you're good. Congrats on the wedding and the honeymoon, all that business. No worries. I quite like all the House of Gog statues, but would posit that have not ever matched the Moonstone statue, which I gladly overpaid close to $1,000. So I do think the Moonstone is still my favourite.
one
I
thousand
do,
pound.
sorry, pound. I do think that the Moonstone is my favourite. I think that it's it's fantastic. But I do love the other piece. I love the claw and the jacks as well. So I do think they do got a good line. I agree. I agree. Moonstone is the
And
strongest.
Moonstone's still the best piece they've released so far. I
Moonstone is
haven't
a
seen I
phenomenal
haven't seen
piece.
Gorax yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Can't call that yet until I've seen that. But out of
Yeah,
those three, mine would be Moonstone definitely first, and then I would say
I think yeah, Moonstone's got more presence where she's got like the planet or the moon behind her, and then also the thing with Moonstone is it's from like an iconic comic cover, which I actually have up there, and it's from this iconic cover. And when you see the 2D art taken to 3D and then taken to a statue, it's one of the
it's awesome.
best. One of the best transitions I've ever seen on any statue ever. They've done such an amazing job. Such an amazing job. So they got a new Pascal Balanche in the pipeline.
Nice.
What
order would you go in them with them pieces?
One of the three. I mean okay. Moonstone #1.
Yeah.
She just so the colours were just so amazing and they just drew you in. Oh, I think Jacqueline Claw for me.
I think I agree.
Yeah,
I think I agree.
I did like. I like. I mean, I can't wait till they actually bring out the story to kind of explain the characters more because there's elements that you picked up on that I didn't pick up on, and then I'll say something you'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. But there was a point of Claw where you were saying about he looked like he kind of had atrophy in his muscles and things like
Yeah.
that, and that's why he's got the claw and and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that because there was a kind of thing about him being this big character, but kind of small elements to him, and yeah, it would be good to see the actual graphic novel when Pierre gets his
Yeah.
fucking ass together and does it, So yeah, looking forward to seeing that. But thank you, sir. Happy to know you are happy with Moonstone. Uh, Moonstone is so nice. The colours are great and stands out in my collection. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I think it'll stand out in any.
Definitely.
Yeah. God bless.
It's a
Good luck.
vibe for sure. Each artist we do does his own thing, feeling style. The way we feel about each of the pieces is very personal. I love Gog. It'll be with me till the end. I'll look forward to the new Pascal Balanche you mentioned. I can't wait to get them set up. I was actually going to set up the 3 House of Gog in my watcher case. I was actually going to set them up upstairs, but the whole upstairs is fucked. Full
My
of
house
shit.
of God stuff is upstairs, but they're the only pieces my wife will let me put in other rooms.
Yeah. Well, I've got no pieces out of boxes at the moment, other than I got like a
She won't let me.
globe.
She won't let me put out like comic statues in any other room, but she'll
Yeah,
let them. She'll let them come out. She's like, they're much more artistic.
that's what my ex said the same thing. She said that I wouldn't mind these pieces being moved into the lounge when we're in the old place. She did say that. So yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, let's shoot and.
Love you. See you later.
Thanks, guys. Take care, and we'll see you same time next week. Bye bye.
Peace.